The Stanley Cup final matchup is set. The Tampa Bay Lightning are coming to town looking to hold on to the top prize for another year. But the Avs are staying focused.
I'm excited for our team and everything we've accomplished. I'm proud of it, but that's not the end goal. We still have work to do.
How the team is preparing for Game 1 at Ball Arena. And the eye-popping prices if you're holding out hope for a ticket. Dozens of arrests near an Idaho Pride event. A Colorado man is among the members of the white supremacist group facing charges this morning. And they're off. Colorado bikers are hitting the road today for a challenging 6-day ride around our state.
You're going up over, 10,000 foot passes or higher. So the altitude alone makes some of those climbs pretty difficult.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Crawford. Welcome to Denver 7 News.
And I'm Katie LaSalle. Thank you so much for joining us. It was hot yesterday. We hit 100 degrees here in Denver. That tied the previous record set back in 2013. Won't be as hot today.
Thank goodness.
Let's take you live outside this morning at 7:01. It really is a beautiful start to our morning. Plenty of sunshine, calm winds currently here over the Front Range and Plains, but we will see some gustier conditions as we get into this afternoon with a better chance for a few scattered late day storms. Elsewhere across town and up into the mountains, sun is shining. A gorgeous shot from Rocky Mountain National Park. Long's Peak looking very majestic this morning. Here in Westminster, we're under a mostly sunny sky. Clouds will increase through the course of the afternoon and daytime highs will be back in the 90s. Temperatures right now are in the mid to upper 60s into Aurora, out through the airport, up into Greeley and Fort Collins, 40s and 50s into many of our mountain towns, already seeing 70s filtering in across the western slope. Do expect the chance for a few scattered thunderstorms into the high country, but this morning it's going to be mostly sunny and dry. By noon around 70 degrees, could be a nice afternoon to head to the pool. Clouds increase and just a 10% possibility of a storm in Denver.
It is official. The Avs will face the Tampa Bay Lightning for the Stanley Cup. Game 1 is this Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Ball Arena, and seeing the Avs in person will cost you. We checked Ticketmaster this morning for Game 1. The cheap seats, we're talking the 300 section, are $900. Seats closest to the rink are more than $2,000. The good news, though, you can watch the entire Stanley Cup final right here on Denver 7. And coming up, Troy Rank will show us how the team is preparing. And new overnight, Denver police are trying to figure out who shot 4 people. They tweeted that they were investigating around 2 this morning. You're looking at video of the scene at East Colorado Avenue off South Dahlia Street. Police did not identify the victims or give an update on their conditions. All lanes of Chamber Road in Aurora are back open this morning. Police are investigating a possible road rage shooting. You're looking at the scene from last night near the East Evans Avenue intersection. One man was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but he is expected to survive. No arrests have been made.
31 members of a white supremacist group are facing charges after they were arrested near a Pride event in Idaho. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon joins us live this morning. And Colette, we know at least one of the men is from Colorado.
Yeah, his name is Brandon Mitchell Haney, and he's registered to vote in El Paso County. A search for him turned up addresses in Utah and California, and there's also one in Colorado Springs. Now, he's one of 30 other members who were found in the back of a U-Haul truck with riot gear after a call reported that what looked like a, quote, little army was loading up in the truck in the parking lot of a hotel. The police chief believes the group came to riot downtown, and the truck was stopped near where the North Idaho Pride Alliance was holding their Pride in the Park event. All of those people have been charged with conspiracy to riot, which is a misdemeanor, and their first court appearance is tomorrow, the chief says. He added the men arrested were wearing arm patches that said Patriot Front, and all of them were dressed the same. Patriot Front is a white nationalist group that was formed in 2017 after the Unite the Right rally that turned deadly in Charleston, Virginia. Live this morning, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Colette, thank you. Well, people in Central Florida are coming together to mark 6 years since the Pulse nightclub shooting, where a gunman killed 49 people and injured 53 others inside a gay nightclub in Orlando. It is the second deadliest mass shooting in our country's history, and the club has now been turned into a memorial for the lives lost. There will be a remembrance ceremony tonight at 5 o'clock our time. Well, people in Denver are joining a nationwide call for gun control in the wake of mass shootings in Buffalo, New York and Uvalde, Texas. And this was one of the 400 March for Our Lives rallies across the country held. State and national lawmakers were in the audience, along with people that have been impacted by gun violence. 17-year-old Lucy survived the STEM school shooting in Highlands Ranch in 2019.
Us kids are the future, and we demand more than thoughts and prayers. We demand policy and change. We demand action so not another kid has to feel the way I felt.
House Democrats passed the Protect Our Kids Act last week. The sweeping gun reform legislation, though, is expected to fail in the Senate. A bipartisan group is working on their own measures.
The Broncos are teaming up with Denver and Aurora City leaders to get guns off the streets. The gun buyback program is in partnership with Raw Tools. The nonprofit melts down donated guns and they turn them into garden tools. More than 100 firearms were collected Saturday, including a dozen assault rifles. The buyback is a drive-through event and you can give away weapons anonymously. The next buyback is July 16th at the Park Hill Golf Course. Several Colorado communities passed stronger gun control measures this past week, but their legal futures may be in jeopardy. The Supreme Court is expected to release its opinion in a case asking whether it's constitutional to require a justification for the need for self-defense in order to get a concealed carry permit. The case is looking at a law in New York State that's been in effect for more than 100 years. Ian Farrell, a professor of law at DU, says he and most scholars are convinced the court will strike down the law.
The only question is really how broad and sweeping will their opinion be. If the opinion is handed down in such a way that calls into question some of the laws and ordinances here in Colorado, then that would allow for a challenge to be made against those laws here in Colorado.
Farrell says laws that restrict guns in specific places like public parks or gatherings could be in question based off oral arguments in the case. He says it's unlikely the decision will be written to overturn laws outside of New York right away.
Well, watch out for cyclists on the road the next few days. Ride the Rockies kicks off today from Copper Mountain. It is a 6-day bike ride through the mountains and passes of Colorado. And mind you, it is not easy. Well, this ride will also go through Basalt, Aspen, Buena Vista, Salida, and Breckenridge. Then it eventually finishes in Golden. We have some good news for cruise lovers. Coming up, the deals you can find on the high seas as gas and airline ticket prices continue to climb. Plus,
I'm John Matteries. From grills to tools to inexpensive man mugs. Some great Father's Day gifts for Dad that won't break the bank coming up.